Section 10.7 is a geometry, and one of the most important formula in geometry is Pythagorean theory. If you have a right triangle is 90-degree triangle. They call it right triangle because this angle here is 90 degree. It has three sides, A, B, and C. C is the longest side. And this formula exists among these three sides. The longest side to power of 2 is sum of perfect square of the other two sides. So if we are looking for longest side, they call it hypotenuse, then you take a square root of, you take each side, raise it to power of 2, find the sum and take a square root of that. Or if you want to find any of other sides, under the radical, you have hypotenuse to power of 2 minus perfect square of the other side. Like in these problems, A and B are given. So we are looking for C. When A and B are given and we are looking for the longest side, that's how you do it. Problem number 2, hypotenuse and one of the side is given, the other side is unknown. The longest side and one other side is given, and you want to find length of this one. So A is radical, the longest one, which is hypotenuse to power of 2, minus the other one to power of 2. This one, the same thing. One of the side is unknown. It's just you're dealing with the radical now. So it would be hypotenuse to power of 2 minus 2 radical 11, the whole thing to power of 2. Two radical 11 to power of 2 means 2 radical 11 times 2 radical 11. Remember, when you multiply, 2 times 2 is 4. What is radical 11 times radical 11? It's just 11. Remember, if you take a radical and multiply by itself, then you have 11 to power of 2, or just 11. So 4 times 11 is 44, and that's what you have here. Number 4, look at the statement of problem number 4. A soccer field is 50 feet yard and 60 is the length, or 60 long and 50 yard wide and 60 yard long. Find the length of diagonal. So here, actually you have a 90-degree triangle here, and this is your hypotenuse. That's how you calculate. So these two sides are given, and then you look for hypotenuse. Number 5. Number 5 is a speaker placement. The stereo receiver is in the corner of 18 by 24 rings. You have this 24 by 18, and there is this, speaker at the corner. You want to wire from one corner to the other corner with a slack of 6 feet. So first, you measure the length of the hypotenuse, and then since there is a slack of 6 feet on each end, you add that to it. So you need 42 feet. They said if 6 feet of a slack is required on each end, how long a piece of wire should be purchased? 42 feet. And then problem number 6. A student of a college have won a pad that cut diagonally across the campus quad. If the quad is a rectangle that Marissa measure is 30 paces long and 20 paces wide. How many paces will Marissa save by using the diagonal path? So instead of going from here to here to there, instead of going 50 feet, see if she walked from here and then move there, is 50 feet. But if it goes from here to there, first we have to find the length to see, obviously it's shorter, but we have to find it. So it's 10 radical 13. So we are saving 10 radical 13 here. 50 minus 10 radical 13. And then we have number 7. Again, in this triangle, find the missing length. These two are unknown, right? Now, one thing you need to know in the 90-degree triangle, if this angle is 45 and this angle we know is 90, what is the remaining? The total of all angles in every triangle is always 180. 180 is total of 3 angles. We already know 90 and 45, so therefore this has to be 45, okay? If that one is 45, means you have a triangle that these two sides are equal. This side and this side are the same. So if this is 10, so is this. So you have 10 and 10, and then I need to find the hypotenuse. Next subject is in algebra, if you have 2 points. If you have 2 points, and coordinates of this point is x1, y1, and second one is x2, y2. And if you connect these 2 points, let's say is AB, how do I find the distance? The distance formula is the distance between these 2 points is radical x2 minus x1, means difference of the x to power of 2 plus difference of y to power of 2. That's the formula. If you want to measure the distance between these 2 points. There is also a point exactly in the middle. What is x and y value of this point? What is the coordinates of this point? For that, we need to take the average. X of the midpoint is average of 2x, and y of midpoints is average of 2y. So that's the formula we are going to use for the next 2-3 problems. We give you coordinates of 2 points, and they ask you to find the distance and the midpoint from this formula. All right. So these 2 points are given. You could assume one of them is, it doesn't matter which one. One of them is x1, y1, the other one x2, y2. Then you take all this and substitute it. And remember, because of the power of 2, the outcome always has to be positive in all cases. See, because regardless whether you have a positive or negative, when you raise it to power of 2, it's always positive. The other problems are very similar. It's just on problem number 10, they ask you to find the midpoints. The midpoints is average of X and average of Y. So we use that formula. Okay. All right, that's the end of this section.